This is to show how to solder the silicon wire onto these XT90 plugs. So it's not very deep here, so it doesn't really hold the wire. You can't place it and then solder it. There's a way to do it. Ideally, you always connect whichever half or whichever side, it doesn't really matter. But put these two together, not all the way, just a little way in like that. Just so that if you overheat, which you shouldn't do, but if you were to overheat that and you didn't have the reciprocal plug on, then that pin could move out of line and then you can't plug it in. So it's always a good idea to have both sides of the plug connected. And what you do is very, very straightforward. You simply place your hot soldering iron, which I will check if it's hot, nice and hot. You simply place that and fill this cavity with solder. Just put, whoopsie daisy. So when it's well tinned, can't put too much, just like so. You can see that it's well tinned. And then we turn it over, do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, now one little important thing. There's a positive and a negative, and it's a standard. It's always that way. The flat side, if you look at this as a flat side, it's got a little positive mark there. But the flat side of these kinds of plugs is always the positive, and the one which is beveled, the negative there, the negative there, that's always the negative. So you always follow that. Now, if you put in the plug onto wire that's already part of a panel, then don't forget to first push the wires through the little cover like that. Obviously, if there's nothing here, you can start on afterwards, but if it's part of the panel, you put that on first. Right, then all we do with that is we trim that back slightly, just about so much. And then the negative, same. Maybe a hair more here. Right, there we go. And now all that we do is we simply take that and we tin them very well in the front. Make sure you cover all around. The entire exposed end must be well covered. You can use a thing like this called a helping hand. If your fingers are not as trained as mine, let's say, you can put the wire in there and use the little crimson. There's actually another little arm that comes. You could actually use both of those if you wanted to, but I'm quite adept at soldering this way. Okay, let's just double check all around. If I look at the back, I see there's a bit that's not covered. I'll do that again until it's all covered. Alright, happy that it's well tinned. Perfect. Same on the next one. Okay, happy that it's tinned all round. Yes. Right, simply, now we take the wire and simply place it over that exposed area like that. You'll see that they've got a half a barrel shape. Okay, I can see that when I solder it, it's not going to go quite all the way in. So I'll take a hair off because I want the wire to be inside, to end right at the start of the plug. And you simply do that, and you simply hold it there. Heat it up. Okay, once it sets like that, you're not going to be able to, if you do this, you won't loosen that. What you can do is you can just touch the solder quickly. Extra solder if you want to make a really nice shiny joint, just like so. It'll give you a nice shiny joint that fills the entire solder part of that connector. That's the one side done. You can see it's very, very clean, very, very shiny, very good. And this side here, I don't see that it's been tinned fully. Let me turn it more. The more solder you get in here, the better it's all going to work. Get that well tinned. And we do the same thing here. This one is tinned. I see a piece at the back that's not well covered. perfect. Now you can do that. Again, you just simply place it in the half barrel and just hold the soldering iron there until you see the solder flow nicely. More often than not, it's fine just like that. But if you're pedantic like I am, then you might want to just top up the solder slightly. Quick bursts like that. Don't hold it long, just quick bursts like that. And then you can fill up the whole piece. If you look carefully now, you see it's beautifully soldered, nothing ran. The wires are coming straight off the connector. And obviously, if it was a loose wire, you just slip the cover over and click it into place. That's it.